whothatdaily.com. That's right, the whothatdaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, the whothatdaily.com is your site. The whothatdaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who Dat too.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, Who Dat Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is Saints Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who Dat? To the black and gold family, man. This Sunday stream coming at you. Saints have made offer for Texans QB Deshaun Watson. Much love to the fam, and like I've been saying for some time now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. I'm in the building, fam. And, of course, got some news for you on the Deshaun Watson front. The Saints are swinging for the fences, man. They really are. They swinging for the fences, and they mean business about Deshaun Watson. So much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all chiming in on the show. Much love to the family in this one. And give me a second. We're going to put that up on the screen, man, because let me tell you something. That's most intriguing to see what's going on with the black and gold. They want Deshaun Watson, obviously, man. We thinking Jameis Winston would be in the fit, but Dennis Allen, new administration, said that Jameis is cool, but we want Deshaun Watson. Let me get this tweet up on the screen right here. Y'all hit the like button coming into the stream. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being on the live stream. And this one is a tweet right here from me and Rappaport. And he tweeted this one out here about an hour or so ago. He says, notes, number one, got them broken down in priority. Yes, the Saints can fit him under the cap. 2, the Texans will work with Watson and grant permission for him to speak with teams with real offers. And 3, the Panthers have been interested for a year and have never wavered. So that's some of the stuff that they're talking about with him that started this whole situation. And of course, this is another one by Tom Pelissero of NFL.com, along with Ian Rappaport. The Texans are expected to grant permission for interested clubs to speak to Deshaun Watson. So this could ramp up quickly. The price hasn't changed. It's 3 first-round picks and more, and multiple teams are willing to pay it. So there you go on some of the inside baseball dealing with some of these guys. So it's intriguing and interesting all at the same time to see that the Saints are definitely swinging for the fences on Deshaun Watson. As soon as he got clear of his legal issues, the kind that'll put you behind bars, he's still facing the civil stuff, which is monetarily speaking. But the Saints are looking to start the next era of football by trying, at least reaching out and trying to land the likes of Deshaun Watson. Anyway, let's get into another report here by NBC It's saying Deshaun Watson wants to meet with teams before deciding where to go next. And 2 teams keep popping up according to the insiders, are the Saints and the Panthers. Now, the transaction will be made, but it has a distinct free agency feel. NFL media reports that Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson wants to meet with interested teams before making a decision as to the teams for which he will waive his no-trade clause for. Per the report, trade offers have been made by the Saints and Panthers. Watson's desire to do his own due diligence necessarily would slow down the process. As previously mentioned, that could hurt Watson, given that, number one, he'll testify in civil lawsuits pending against him on Tuesday. And number 2, teams may want to see the testimony before making a final decision about trading for him. Indeed, Watson likely won't be able to meet with any teams until Wednesday at the earliest. With his disposition testimony happening on Tuesday, lawyer Rusty Hardin undoubtedly will spend all Monday preparing him for the experience. Now, the ensuing delay, even if the meetings happen virtually necessarily, will cause some potentially interested teams to move on to more immediately available options, and it will cause some potentially interested teams to not proceed at all, given the damage that the open pursuit of Watson could do to the relationship with the current starting quarterback. Thus, while it's smart for Watson to want to meet with teams given the various factors he needs to consider, some teams won't be willing to do the dance. As a result, this move necessarily will trim the list of interested teams to those who are serious about Watson, since they'll have to be serious about waiting for him, about meeting with him, about answering his questions, and about potentially pausing to anticipate his final decision. Of course, they're also willing to give the Texans whatever they want to go with it. So good information right here by this article from Flioria, as he talks about what goes on with the Deshaun Watson. But the Saints are most certainly interested in picking him up, and we'll see exactly how it all shape and fold. But man, this will be very interesting. Really, another shocker in the Saints. Well, is it really a shock? You know, we knew the Saints were looking at doing due diligence around other teams, but they are, and it should be noted that, and this commonsensical, is that Dennis Allen is not Sean Payton. Now, and we talked about this, that Jameis Winston was more of a Sean Payton favorite, but the reality is they trying to swing for the fence on Watson. They want him to start the next era of football in the Big Easy. So, and even offered up a trade for him, but yet the specifics of that trade has not been released as of right now. So much love to the fam. Appreciate all y'all being in the building, man. It's a peculiar day to get you going off on this Sunday. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. But open the Sunday up at noon, looking at some of the stuff going on with the black and gold. And anyway, let's get a little informative here in terms of the draft picks. What I got on screen here is the 2022 Saints draft picks, as you can see here. And pretty much what's going on there is they're saying first, second, that's the Saints 2022 draft picks. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And I think they got 2 7s you're throwing up in here for this year. So the Saints also have some draft compensation we could talk about and do. Thank you, Hoodie. Appreciate Hoodie for the super chat. He said, "What's up, Q? Watching from work, man. Great show like always. Oh crap, I'll be back. I think my I said the sauce is burning." He says, "Jake, but who that man? I'm still on the Winston." Okay, yeah, thank you, fam. Appreciate you, Hoodie, and be safe at work, buddy. All right, so we've seen a few of the draft picks, and of course, let me introduce the family members and then show them the contracts of some of the Saints only who could be offered up in trade. It's potentially. There's mention of Taysom Hill. You see Taysom Hill, Larry, at that dead cap of 12.3. You look at a lot of players, and I don't think it'll be, I'm looking at certain guys. I've heard other people talked about this as well. DC alluded to and told me before the show that he think Marcus Davenport could be one of the guys they throw in the trade as well, along with the picks and some players to kind of get right with, depending on how that money looks, to mix it up and match everything. So it'll be interesting to see exactly where the black and gold goes with this, man, because they really are interested in Deshaun Watson to pull this trade off. And of course, if it don't work, then what do? You go back to Jameis, so it'll be interesting to see, man, as we talk about this. But certain guys that could be included in the trade to make the money work could be guys potentially Andrews Pete could be one of those guys. Perhaps guys like Taysom Hill, who I don't, who knows. But Andrews Pete's definitely words that we hear. Marcus Davenport's a possibility. How about Bradley Roby sending his ass back to where he come from? So I mean, it'll be intriguing all at the same time to find out how this situation worked, along with the picks. And remember, they want 3 first-round draft picks and more. They want players to go along with it to facilitate a Deshaun Watson trade. And of course, Deshaun Watson himself have to be on board to go to where he wants to go. And like the article by Flioria says, is that they can't possibly meet with him until Wednesday because he still have the civil matters to deal with on Monday and Tuesday. So by family, we'll know by the end of this upcoming week, more certainly by Friday of next week. Could be over before that time, but by Friday, most certainly by the Friday of next week, we'll know if Deshaun Watson is your guy. But the 2 teams that they're saying that are vying for his services are the Saints and the Panthers. So they've been chasing him for a while. The Panthers been after Deshaun Watson for about a year now. So we'll see how it all shakes going on the other side of the thing, man. But the Saints are most certainly running at the they want Deshaun Watson, man, to start the campaign off. And like I just showed the family members, currently according to Sport Track, the Saints are sitting right here. They're saying $5 million. Sport Track has it as just $6.6 million over the cap. So a few moves in measurements like that might help as well. So yeah, the Saints are definitely trending their Optimus, and for good reason here. The Saints are swinging for the proverbial fences. They trying to get Watson, but the only thing is, would he wants to come here? That is the big thing. So it's intriguing, man, isn't this family that they're looking at trying to bring Jameis. I mean, they're not too much looking at Jameis, but with all of the quarterback stuff that happened in the offseason, you've seen things happen like what happened with Carson Wentz moving on from the Colts to the Skins, the Commanders now. And of course, you had the stuff that happened with Russell Wilson moving from Seattle to Denver. And the Saints trying to up it a bit as well by moving on and saying, hey, let's look at what's going on here with the Deshaun Watson thing. So it's intriguing. Tramal, thank you, bro. Says Q, you're right, bro. If we don't get Watson, we might have to go back to Winston. Yeah, that's certainly the Saints are. It says I'm done, but thank you, fam. Appreciate you for that, man. So it's intriguing, man, to say it all. But like Rappaport said, yeah, the Saints can fit him under the cap. Yeah, we know they can get creative and fit the man under the cap. But Dennis Allen in the Saints organization saying we need a superstar quarterback, and they're willing to give up the necessary draft compensation to land him. But we do think that the Saints they want 3 first-round draft picks and more, including players to facilitate such a trade. The Saints do have the imagination to pursue such a trade. They really do. They're obviously very motivated to make it happen, to fit that $30-something million within the frame of the books, which means some guys will have to get shipped up out of here for that to work that kind of way. Of course, we'll see how it all goes. But potential trade candidates could be, is Andrews Pete's on the list. They've mentioned Marcus Davenport is on the list. And some people mentioned Cesar Ruiz, who would solve some situations in him being a bad fit for the city and shipping him out somewhere. We'll see what else. But there's also processes thinking around Taysom Hill being included in the trade to be shipped out of here. So a lot of stuff swirling, nothing substantive, but, as well as some of this stuff, because the terms of the Saints, what trade offer they gave the Texans for Deshaun Watson is not being released right now. So, that's one of the things that we have to think about. What are they offering? We know if they want 3 first-round draft picks, then they're saying, yeah, let's go ahead on and make it swirl. Let's make it shake. And then, of course, family, I told DC this, and let me mention it to you. And it's 2 scenarios that possibly can happen. And this just the Great Saint Think Tank. This just what we do. We are critical thinkers here, so we tend to think about things. And of course, the extra draft compensation that the Saints are potentially wanting to give up for Deshaun Watson could be replenished in terms of Sean Payton. Once Sean Payton is traded next year, 2023, the Saints potentially could recoup 2 first-round draft picks and 2 second-round picks to absorb giving out 3 first-round draft picks and whatever else to get Watson here. All right, let's think about that. That's one scenario that the Saints could be capitulating. Okay, we don't want to surrender draft assets, but what if we have a replenishment thing that could happen and Coach Payton's a part of that replenishment? Once he gets traded to wherever he goes, that can be a situation where they'll give up 2 firsts, 2 seconds to get to replenish some of the draft assets that we had to relinquish to push such a trade to get Deshaun Watson. Think about that one. Also, number 2 is a bit far-fetched in my opinion, but I got to say it because it's on my damn mind, is the fact that what if Coach Payton's involved in this in terms of them pushing a trade Payton to Texan thing? He might end up in the state of Texas, but perhaps not the same team. Now, this is a bit far-fetched because we know the Texans have Lovie Smith there now. But at some point, we know Coach Payton is attached and affixed to it, to this, what could be a replenishment once the deal goes out where they give up whatever picks they have for this year and next year. And then when Payton finally gets traded, then the cupboards are replenished as far as us getting draft capital back. The 2 firsts, the 2 seconds, as it were, for whoever wants them. But in another, in a fantasy world, you know, a trade, and we know they got Lovie Smith over there, could be a trade that sends Payton to Texans. And that this is just, you know, the food for thought here. So, you know, just leave it in that realm as food for thought. Is that the Saints, what if it's a deal where the Saints package and ship Sean Payton to the Texans? Just food for thought. This is out there. But let me just say it because it's on my mind, that you ship Sean Payton out there. And of course, then the compensation for him, you have to mix some contracts in there for you to get him. But the draft picks that you want, that they want, which is 2 firsts, 3 first-round picks, you know, that trade, according to the Gruden deal, would be 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders to get them. See, that's out there. That's just fanciful. I was thinking, like, in an ideal reality, you know, that would work for the Saints where you ship Payton out there to the Texans. You know, before all this happened, it's just me just capitulate, just thinking about it, just picturing in our head, you know, is that you ship Payton out there to Houston and you want 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders. They want 3 first-rounders and whatever else until you mix and match contracts and have a seamless transition with Deshaun Watson for the Payton swap. You see, and move that into it. So that's just something I came up with that I was thinking about. But what it brought me in my mind was the fact that he's going to be involved in this insofar as once the Saints, who are willing to issue out said draft compensation for what the Texans want, which is 3 first-round picks, ultimately when Coach Payton gets traded in 2023, then you would then get your cupboards replenished with draft picks, 2 seconds, 2 first-rounders for Coach Payton. You see what I'm saying? So that could be a factor. And we talked about this last night. Is like, if there is something that they're thinking about, it's like, okay, we are not in the best cap situation, but we use the draft to replenish the team. But we don't want to be in bad straits once we do that. Well, the card, like we talked about on the last show, was the Sean Payton trade card, which is once he gets traded in 2023 or whenever, that gives us a lot of those picks back. At least 4 picks, 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and whatever else they ask for them back into our cupboards to pull this off. This is a very big move for the Saints because it shows that the Saints mean business in terms of having a quarterback, a young quarterback with a lot of potential who can lead said offense into the future. Now I'm still a Jameis guy here. We don't know exactly if this is going to work out because we don't know how Deshaun Watson feels about coming to the black and gold. But listen, aren't we in a better straits, and we are in a better straits than the Carolina Panther Club? No disrespect to my dogs, Dave and Rashard. But the Saints are in better straits than the Carolina Panthers, hence the record, hence the standing where we were at, as the Carolina Panthers were the worst team in the NFC South. Do you really want to go there? If it's true that the Saints and the Panthers are the 2 top teams, as the insiders are reporting, to be guys that come that are interested in the Saints, as the Steelers have stepped away and are not interested. But as it stands right now, it's two teams that have the ear of the Texans. That is the Saints and the Carolina Panthers. So if Deshaun Watson, we know he played for Clemson. So I don't know, man. We'll see where his take is, but he still got a few other things to deal with. Free Game says, I would trade Thomas and Davenport for Watson. Thank you, Free Game, for your super chat. Appreciate you, bro. This is a bit of a news, fam, to be honest with you, because it does include a lot of other things that's going on in the Who Dat Nation that's been surprisers for us this year, hasn't it? Coach Payton stepping away, and of course, everything else is going to happen. Why not this be the case as well? Where now that the Saints are looking at picking up Deshaun Watson, I want Jameis, but hey, I'm just saying, man. The money was the thing I was talking about. Like, man, we ain't got money for this dude. What you talking about? Saints done hurried up and got to $6 million, according to Sport Track. 5 with other guys. I think it's toward 6, 5.8 or 5.7. Sport Track says 6.4 that I just showed on screen, but they've already gotten down to within $6 million to getting in compliance. You know, now of course there was some information put out by, shout out to Nick Underhill, who also released and said that the Saints, without Teron Armstead, can get as far as $20 million below the cap. That's without releasing anybody. So we'll see how all that works at the end of the day. But you're going to have to trade a few players to make this happen. And of course, who do you think that they trade? Some people say Mike Thomas. I don't think you trade Mike Thomas if you're looking to make the offense attractive to Deshaun Watson. You don't get rid of Mike Thomas. You don't get rid of Alvin Kamara. You don't. You want him to come here and be happy, not to be upset. And remember, a lot of the things that disgruntled him in Houston was the fact that they got rid of star wide receiver and talent and broke the team down and just made him want to leave. If they'd have built the team around him, put better offensive linemen around him, gave him some more talent, then maybe he would have wanted to stay out there with Houston. But they are a fumbling, stumbling, bumbling ass organization that continue not to get it right. No disrespect to the Texans family members, but listen, I'm talking about that organization. And y'all know, if y'all watching Texan football, as close as y'all are, y'all know that is an understatement. Thank you, Smallville. He says, if I'm JW, the first offer I receive, I'm out. Allen just showed why he was 8-28 with the Raiders. What did we do with paying Breeze for all those years? Thank you, Smallville, for that. And what's intriguing about the whole scenario is the fact that, yeah, the Saints are willing to give up big-time bucks. Deshaun Watson makes $35 million. Let me see if I can pull his numbers up here as well. So, yeah, there's good points that there's to be made. But Jameis Winston, and a lot of family members thinking Jameis Winston is being disrespected here, which is, it's business at the end of the day. Thank you, Dada. Dada says, we kicking everybody but in divisions, even Brady. If Watson was wise, he would join the best organization. He says, our face the butt kicking by our defense. Thank you, brother Dada. Free Game, thank you too. He says, T Hill, Davenport, PJ, and Pete for Watson. PJ is still unsigned. Taysom Hill, Davenport, and Pete are the top 3 guys that I was thinking about if you was to facilitate a trade for Watson to match the contracts. You know, but there is an offer already. We just don't know what it is. There's already an offer out for him right now. Thank you, Free Game. Thank you, Dada. So either way we slice it, either way we look at it, the black and gold are, they swinging for the fences in a major capacity over here. They really are to try to get it. Now remember, listen, is this as much a surprise? If we think about it in our collective, fam, think about it for a second. Remember going back when the Super Bowl, before the Super Bowl, when it was media day, remember what Cam Jordan was doing? That sticks in the back of my mind to this day. It's about what the hell Cam Jordan was doing, right? Cam was advocating that quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, that they come to New Orleans. Y'all remember that? And I said to myself, that's strange that Cam is just not anybody. He ain't like some third string guy in the back saying that would have been a different effect if it was JT Gray. No disrespect to JT Gray, but he simply doesn't have the standing or the standing that Cam Jordan has in the organization. Now, what that means to me is when he said that, that says, oh, damn. I thought Jameis was your dude. How you gonna just like, be up there like literally co-signing for every quarterback to come in here and take Jameis's job from him? What's going on here? I told you, I said, man, that's very odd that would happen. And of course, the same thing happened in a small increment with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson when he was advocating for Tyrann Mathieu to get here over Marcus Williams, where Marcus and Jameis are both free agents. So I'm saying that's something that hit me in my collective. I was like, man, that don't fit right. Why? And Cam ain't that type of dude to go advocating somebody's job away. You see what I'm saying? So something was going on in the black and gold organization once Payton got out of there, where people like, man, we got to go up to the next level and take it to the next level. Thank you, Adonis. Much love to Adonis Willis. Appreciate you, brother, for joining the Sports Coma, the Great Saint Think Tank, the Pro Media Network. Thank you, brother, for being subscribed. And much love to brother Adonis Willis. Let's give him a shout out, family. Thank you. Salute, Black Preacher Man, sports fan Khalid. Much love to the fam. I thank y'all for being here. Free Game says, I think Winston flirting with the Steelers, which would make a lot of sense. And this is also not new. You know what I'm saying, Free Game? This was also something that's been out there, as the Steelers were looking at a Jameis Winston, signing him, and then, of course, they're looking at Willis from Liberty to be a guy, or perhaps Pickett, depending on who's there when they pick, to slide in that position and learn behind Jameis Winston if they get him for a 2-year deal or whatever have you. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot cheaper than surrendering all of the draft capital that they would have to give up to make such a move happen. So that's why they kind of doing more of a consistent thing that I thought the black and gold would do. But the black and gold's not as sold on Jameis as we thought they were. You see what I'm saying, fam? So thank you, Adonis. Appreciate you, brother. All right, Cageonomics says an elite starting QB is worth pretty much whatever it would take. And we seem to be there. A lot of people love Jameis, and I'm one of them dudes. I think that Jameis should give a shot. But listen, the one thing that you're looking at with Deshaun Watson was the money, and the Saints seem like they're going to try to push the envelope. Matter of fact, they made an offer for the goddamn guy. We don't know what it is. It'll come out eventually. All right, Black Preacher Man, sports fan Khalip says, Big Q, do you think Cam and Jameis spoke since then? Well, remember, then Cam came out later on and kind of backed that thing up. And then he said, of course, my guy is Jameis Winston. But see, that was after he was challenged, and credit to Stephen A. Smith, of all people, when Cam went up on his show, Stephen A. Smith challenged Cam Jordan. He didn't say nothing about Jameis, but he did challenge his vantage point. And then it forced Cam to expound. And then after that, Cam started saying stuff like, well, of course, Jameis is my guy. But, these are the guys, So how is he your guy, but you talking about this guy over here? That don't make no sense. But yeah, I think it's business, bro, at the end of the day. Nothing personal. Thank you for that. Brother Brian, thank you for your super chat, fam. Who that to you too, my brother? He says, who that Big Q? Will Watson's contract, or are we limited true value, no name players? We definitely couldn't sign Mathieu. I mean, the Saints will have to ship out some people to absorb this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, for instance, if they need $30 million, they have to take a collection of contracts that get up to that point so they can be able to facilitate such a trade to get them out of here without surrendering or tapping into the money. See, this is my vantage point on it, and this is my view, okay? Like Nick Underhill had the great tweet a few days ago about if they don't bring Teron Armstead back, the Saints can have a surplus of $20 million going into free agency, right? Let's take that as what it is as facts from Nick Underhill, right? Let's go from there. Then let's say that the Saints, instead of dipping into the said $20 million that'll be for free agency, let's say that the Saints use just a slight portion of it, maybe $5 million or so of the money, while putting a collection of contracts or players together to send out to the Texans that they would want. You see what I'm saying? To facilitate such a trade, to make the dollar value count. Now, that would still be able to provide them enough money in free agency to be able to do some things, and also have enough money to sign said free agents and draft picks to come on to the team. So that could be the mentality of the Saints. But the Saints will have to give up some players to facilitate this Watson trade that they seem willing to do. Who are those players? Andrews Pete, in my mind, comes to one. Davenport's another guy that comes to one. And he's like, QB Davenport? Yeah, Davenport in the 5th year. He gets a substantial bump in pay. They drafted Peyton Turner as his replacement. And if they needed to, they can also go into free agency and get a cheaper option there at the defensive line position. The Saints are loaded with defensive end. They could offshoot Davenport to the Texans if they wanted to. Because a lot of people, do you really think the Saints are, after this 1 year, going to re-up with Davenport with the kind of money he'll command in free agency? I don't think so. His money done jumped this year in terms of what he's earning. It's a double. It's like he in the double digits. What is he, 12 now? 12 million a year? The Saints going to re-sign Davenport after his contract is up? Do you think so? I don't think they will. You know, this could be one of the situations that Davenport is shipped up out of here, and the Saints got Peyton Turner. And if they needed to draft the guy in the draft, they do have some good guys that'll be available in the 2nd and the 3rd rounds if they need to replenish that pick. So, like I said, they still got the replacement for Davenport and Cam, but Cam not right now because he showed himself off last year. Now, maybe Cam this year, if he would have flamed out, but Cam put on such a great later on that year that it upped his value. And that's like, no, we can't get rid of Cam Jordan, you see? So Davenport could be the guy that's mixed with Andrews Pete, and guys mentioned Taysom Hill. So if you paying a quarter, think about it like this. If you're willing to go in on a quarterback like Deshaun Watson family, and let me get his contract up here. And you really rather to give Deshaun Watson, accept his $30+ million contract, are you not willing? You know, hold on here. Let me finish my thought here. Black Preacher Man, sports fan Kelly says, can the Saints request Houston to consume something? They can do that. Yes. Good point on that, brother Khalid. They can get him to try to kind of take some of that money. This is true. That can be offered in there. That on the first year of the contract, you eat so much of this money for us to absorb him, but we'll compensate you this way or that way. You see what I'm saying? They can do that. So it's just a thought. But in the end, if you're willing to absorb a massive contract like Deshaun Watson's big old contract to put him here, you're willing to do whatever it takes to move whoever you feel, not name Ryan Ramczyk, not name Mike Thomas, and not name Alvin Kamara on offense to get it done. Not Laddie Daddy either, not Demario Davis, not Cam Jordan, not David Onyemata. That's simply, you're not going to do that. But in my vantage point, everybody else is in play, even Taysom Hill. You're not going to absorb Deshaun Watson and bring him on this club and still think about playing Taysom Hill as a quarterback. You're not going to do that. That don't make any sense, you see? So obviously they're walking down this realm of this thought process here about what they want to do with the quarterback position. Let me put Deshaun Watson's contract on screen, fam. I got it pulled up here. This is via Sport Track here. And as you can see, a 4-year deal. He has 2 years remaining. Well, actually more than that. 2 years left on his agreement before the Saints have a potential opt-out. And right there. So they'll be absorbing the 2022 year, as you can see right there, at $35 million. That's his base salary, $35 million. It drops to 15 in 2023, family, which is good news. And then there's an opt-out between 2023 and 2024. So obviously, the Saints are not going to opt out. They'll restructure his contract. He turns 29, then 30 at $32 million. And the Saints going to, of course, restructure that thing and do what they do. But yes, $35 million. And they could request that the Texans eat some of this money. And then it's beautiful that the fact in 2023, his contract drops $15 million cheaper at his base salary, that is. And of course, the Saints can, at time when if they do get him here, they can be able to adjust this contract. But yes, as it stands right now, for Deshaun Watson, fam, on screen Sport Track, 4-year, $156 is what his contract is. The first couple of years, Last year would have been an ideal time to get him, but they didn't want to deal with those issues that you said 10.5. It jumps from 10.5 to $35 million, baby. Good grief, right? And then, of course, in 2023, it drops 15 million to 20 before the opt-out between the 2023 and 2024 year, which the Saints probably, they're not going to opt out on it. If you get him here, he's going to be here up until he's 30. And then, of course, you see the remaining years in 2024 and 2025 at 32 million, which the Saints most certainly probably will adjust. So you can see his numbers right there, and we'll see how it all shapes. But yeah, they can. The Saints can add this guy into their, I mean, they have to be a little bit imaginative. You got to ship out guys. Like I said, my top 3 to be moved out would be Taysom Hill, because you won't have Deshaun Watson. You paying $30-something million a year, being you coming off the field for Taysom Hill. That's simply not going to happen. And of course, you got Andrews Pete that's there, which in a couple of years, Andrews will be a free agent. I don't know if I think people are looking past him right there. And then, of course, you got guys, like Davenport with 1 year left. I don't think the Saints re-up with Davenport. That's why Turner here, they can, feel like they might do better drafting another guy to bring in here in the draft, this upcoming draft. How about that? Or how about Roby? Roby's a guy we got from them with his $9 million. Do you package him in packages and send his ass back out there? So, I mean, we'll see how it all shakes, because it's many factors to this. But like I said, the Saints already have an offer that they're sending out to these people. It is Panthers Saints have offered deals for Deshaun Watson, likely to meet with QB soon. I would love to know what the deal is. They're not saying what the deal is. Carolina and the Saints have made trade offers for the guy. So let me kind of pause this right here. Give me just a second here. And Carolina and the Saints have made trade offers for the Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson, and are likely to meet with him soon. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero reported Sunday. On Friday, Harris County, Texas, grand jury did not find enough evidence to charge Watson with a crime following allegations of sexual misconduct stemming from massage therapy sessions. Now, we covered this story yesterday. Watson, 26, is also facing 22 civil lawsuits that don't have nothing to do with jail time. The big one is that he beats the jail time lawsuits, but the civil suits are where he got to come up off of that money. But Friday's news paved the way for accelerated trade discussions for Watson, who remains under NFL investigation and is subject to potential discipline, which is another caveat, fam. Let's not forget about that too, because this is a very big part too, fam. Very big part for the Who Dat Nation to remember is that he still wants, he beat that, but based on these civil lawsuits, how does the NFL then, charge him or whatever they're going to charge him with? Watson, who remains under NFL investigation, is subject to potential discipline under the league's personal conduct policy. Now, of course, if he makes it to the Saints, Goodell going to punish him, and he still got to punish Kamara. So, I mean, just put that in your pipe with it. Now, Watson requested to be traded from the Texans prior to the allegations. He was inactive for all 17 of the Texans games during the 21 NFL season. The Panthers have been interested in potentially acquiring Watson, who has a no trade clause in his contract, since the QB first requested a trade out of Houston. While Rappaport noted that that perpetually cash-strapped Saints have the ability to fit Watson's contract under the salary cap, New Orleans restructured Laddie Daddy's contract on Saturday, which cleared 18.4 and got them closer to the, I think it's $5 million, Sport Track says 6.4, 6.6, from getting in the black. Now, Pelissero reported that the Texans' asking price for Watson has not wavered, 3 first-round picks and additional assets, which means players, and multiple teams currently are willing to meet the price. Multiple teams, including the Saints and here the Seahawks, are available. The real 2 serious contenders for the services of said quarterback are the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Those are the 2 teams with serious offers. So we got to keep it going, and we're going to see what's going on with it, as our family members in Carolina is saying, man, listen, we got to do it. Yeah. And I hear you. Amy says, hey, Q, what you think about Kenny Stills going with him? You can take him too. Take him and Roby and send him back on out there. We don't, yeah, that's a good one there. So, yeah, that's true. All right, Christian says 90% chance Watson ends up in NFC South because every team needs a QB and it's a weak division. All right, yeah, Christian, thank you for that. Landry says once Deshaun comes in to visit, he's not leaving with Thomas, Curry, Cam, and Benson showing him about our organization. Whatever relationship he has in Houston, Deshaun will be in proximity. There you go. Great point. Landry saying proximity, location from whatever he has there is not far off versus going to Carolina. But remember, he did play at Clemson when he was in college. He won a championship there. So Evander says, so let me get this straight. We'll have no picks plus Watson might be suspended and we might trade Mike Thomas as well. How is this going to help our team? Nah, Evander, it's not quite that way, you know. How is this going to help, Q? Nah, I don't think Michael Thomas is not going to be a part of any trade that goes to the Texans because you don't want to bring Deshaun Watson here and don't have nobody to throw to him, you know. That's not an attractive offense. Now, Mike Thomas does make it attractive because Deshaun Watson, Mike Thomas, when healthy, is one of the top quarterbacks in wide receivers, in the NFL. So you would not want to get rid of Mike Thomas or Alvin Kamara, which are I won't call them bait or anything, but those guys should remain here. Also, Ryan Ramczyk as well. But a lot of these other guys are in play. That's what we talked about. Andrews Pete. We talked about Taysom Hill. We talked about even Marcus Davenport. We talked about Roby. Those guys are in play, you know, but I don't think Mike goes anywhere. Now, in terms of, thank you, Brother Prime. He says, losing too many of our starters is not smart. Thank you, Brother Prime. Yeah, bro, this is what they're pushing. This is what they're putting. The Saints want to go after these. They want Deshaun Watson, fam. You know, at first I was like, man, nah, we just keep it the same with Winston. But the Saints continue to surprise us this offseason, boy. This is the offseason of surprises for the Who Dat Nation, most certainly. All right, so you can replace a guard. Yeah. Hold on, let me finish the comment right there. Hold on, I think I lost this comment there. Hold on here. Where you at, Evander? Let me see if I can pull Evander's comment up. It kind of scroll. There you go. All right, so Evander says, with no picks plus Watson, no, listen. Think about it like this, Evander. You still have the Coach Payton card, right? So, and I don't know if this is their logic, but this is how we think, right? The Great Saint Think Tank. If you're willing to give up 3 first-round draft picks, right, to get Deshaun Watson and contracts off the team to facilitate such a trade, remember that Coach Payton you got the Coach Payton card, which is you trade Coach Payton in 2023, you get back picks that you can replenish your draft with. Now, what does that look like? Well, if you go back and look at the John Gruden trade, that when the Raiders sent Gruden to the Bucs many years ago, they gave up 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders to get them. And I think they gave up money or something like that. But in a regard, you look at the Payton measurement, the Payton trade, or when they eventually move him off the team, you will get draft compensation for Coach Payton. More than likely, the floor is 2 first-rounders and 2 second-rounders. So with that being said, that does give you picks back to replenish your draft. And that's what I think the Saints are looking at. Because once they move Coach Payton out of here, that will be what they want. They're going to want picks for him. They ain't going to want no first round. One of them, they're going to want 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders at least to accept Coach Payton. And that's how you get your draft capital back. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, they're pretty shrewd what they're trying to do. You just got to kind of think about that thing to see. So, no, I don't think Mike goes anywhere. And I do think if the Saints send out picks to get Deshaun Watson, they'll be replenished with those picks once they get rid of Coach Payton in 2023. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they anticipate. It is a ballsy move. It is a very gutsy move by the Black and Gold organization to go and say that, let me go get him. This is gutsy. I got to give him that. But imagine what an offense looking. I love Jameis Winston, But imagine what an offense looked with Deshaun Watson, the Saints offense with Deshaun Watson, Alvin Kamara, Mike Thomas, and then, of course, what they do, what was remaining in the draft to improve the team. So you'll still have money to be able to reach out and do what you got to do. If the Saints add contracts to the trade to get Deshaun Watson so they can still get the extra monies that they need once a free agency happen and finish getting up under that thing, then they'll be able to free up the $20 million that Underhill was talking about tied to Armstead, where we could be able to still be able to pay for draft picks as well as second and third tier free agents to go with said Deshaun Watson with everything else we got. It sounds a bit complicated, but it's a ballsy, gutsy move by the black and gold to go this route. I'm just going to keep it real. I didn't anticipate them being this serious about Deshaun Watson. I'm like, okay, just get Jameis back. Build a team around James. You got the draft picks. The Saints saying, no, we swinging for the fences. We want Watson down here. Blase, blase, blah. They were interested in with Coach Payton here, but he still had the legal drama circulating around him. So they want him, bro. And that, like I said, there's a report indicating that the Saints offered something for Deshaun Watson. They're not releasing it right now, but probably later on in the thing they're doing it. So you got to talk, you got to talk to Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis. And Dennis Allen them are swinging for the fences, man. Yeah. So we'll see. Eric says, Q, if we send Pete with scraps we have on the line, who's going to block for Deshaun? We are short there already. Yet this is true, bro. But I don't anticipate the Saints losing, but maybe one starter, which more than likely probably will be Andrews Pete. I don't see them, and I'm shaky on Cesar Ruiz because I think he should be the center. We still got McCoy there. And then, of course, there's still flux on the Saints offensive line already, if you think about it. I don't think the Saints offensive line, the four guys remaining outside of the right tackle, which we know Ramczyk more than likely is going to move to blindside tackle because your best offensive tackle is going to be a blindside tackle. He played it in college, was a pretty good one. He'll turn into your blindside tackle, and what that'll give the Saints an opportunity to do, you still have McCoy there. And then, of course, what happens with Ruiz, you got Landon Young, you got James Hurst. And in the trade, you will lose Andrews Pete, which people complain about Andrews Pete all the time. Anyway, I'm an Andrews Pete guy because I know what the brother had to go through to get to where he is. But this could be something where they look to move Andrews Pete out, who's a starter with a lot of reps, who does play the tackle position. They do need help offensive line. He's a young offensive tackle with a lot of starting experience that can play left tackle and left guard. He fits in what they're trying to do. Taysom Hill's a guy that's very dynamic, that they are looking for a quarterback. So insofar as that, you will get a starting caliber offensive lineman in Andrews Pete in the trade. If Taysom Hill start about, you get a quarterback with starting ability as a quarterback, which they need. They need help at the offensive line and as a QB. And then whatever else you want fit in there. If you got Davenport you want throw in there, then that'll be another thing because I don't think the Saints going to sign Davenport back anyway after this contract is over with. I mean, I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. But anyway, that's my vantage point. T-Cell says Carolina best money-wise. They probably can pay Watson $50 million a year with the lack of talent. If Watson want money, Carolina, a bold New Orleans. Okay, yeah, Carolina is not in a better shape than us. Our defense will punch you in the face. We still got offensive weapons like Mike Thomas. He is coming back, reports and indicated. And that video footage showing Mike Thomas is he's close to 100%, if not 100% for training camp. Alvin Kamara's situation is a problem because of what happened with Las Vegas. Goodell will rule on that eventually. We're anticipating 6 to 8 weeks that Alvin Kamara could be gone from the black and gold. But anytime you have Alvin Kamara and Mike Thomas, you'll get those guys back at some point. The Saints, whatever they got left out, will have to fill in and get some help on the offensive line, whether that's drafting the offensive lineman to help there to do that. So, I mean, they would, family, regardless, Brother Prime, of whatever we feel about it, the Saints are willing to make that move to get Deshaun Watson in here, to pair him with Kamara, to pair him with Michael Thomas, and everybody except for, in my opinion, Ryan Ramczyk, they're not going to move. But I anticipate maybe one offensive lineman, and that could be Andrews Pete. I'm shaky on the rest of them, but then again, we knew that already, didn't we? We were shaky on Ruiz. We don't know who the opposite tackle going to be opposite of Ramczyk. James Hurst is not good enough to be a full-time starting offensive line. No disrespect to James Hurst. but he's a career backup offensive lineman that you want to see in that 3 games, maybe 4 games backing up for somebody, but not as a starter. Landon Young is a guy the Saints picked up from Kentucky who they like a lot, who they could see as a right tackle or a guard prospect. And then you still got McCoy, who I like a lot, who is up for a contract extension, who can play a guard for you if you need him to. So there's still flux on the offensive line. At least 2 positions we have to see about. Whether Ruiz play, if he stays at guard, we got a problem because he's not very good there. And of course, the other tackle position opposite of Ryan Ramczyk, whatever that may be. So there's still flux on the offensive line that you're going to have to address one way or the other. And regardless of how we feel about Jameis, which we really love him, we want him to be here, the Saints are trying to level up. They feel Deshaun Watson is a level above Jameis Winston and anticipate him as one of the top 5 or top 8 best quarterbacks in this league. And they feel like if you can get a star quarterback with star talent like Deshaun Watson, that would take the Saints and put them up into the echelons and potential deep playoff runs. It'll set up your QB position for the next several years with Deshaun Watson there. And you just simply have to build pieces around him to keep it valid. And of course, the point I've mentioned ad nauseum about the draft picks, you give up 3 to get Deshaun Watson and a few players to match up with the contract. Then when you get rid of Coach Payton in 2023, you get those picks back. Coach Payton card is a big part of this trade. Without the Coach Payton thing, I don't think this works. But then again, the Saints would find a way to make it work if they really want somebody. They've proven that, so we'll see. Jim Kev says out Ruiz, and I don't know if they big on Ruiz out there in the Texans. You got to give them somebody they want, Kev. You got to give them somebody they want. Excuse me, fam. You got to give the Saints somebody they want. You got to give, the Texans somebody they want. They might not want Cesar Ruiz in there. But if you give them Andrews Pete, that's somebody that has a lot of playing experience, a lot of stuff. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, has a lot of experience. He can play guard or tackle for position. They need help on offensive line. Taysom Hill's another dude who played quarterback, and he's a weapon that you can throw in there as well, because you're not going to bring Deshaun Watson down here and then run Deshaun Watson off the field for Taysom Hill when Deshaun Watson is athletic himself. You see? So, it's a part of it. We'll see how it all goes, but this is all just substantive right now. But like I said, there's a trade package, fam, that the Saints offered the Texans for Deshaun Watson. They're not releasing that information right now. Because I want to know what the hell is the trade package that the Saints sent for him. And of course, the Saints are going to suppress that. They don't want that to be known because they don't want to alienate any players that's potentially on there. So that is going to be held until they say, okay. And if they'll march you through and he decides to be here and he sides with everything. And that's when they're supposed to meet. It's Wednesday when he'll be free of these civil matters. He being Deshaun Watson. Monday and Tuesday, you won't be able to deal with him. Wednesday of this week, next week, that you can talk to him. He'll be through the civil matters. And then probably by Friday or more, between Wednesday and Friday's window of next week, you will know if Deshaun Watson the guy. But you won't know who those guys are that the Saints are offering for Deshaun Watson until after Deshaun agrees to become a Saint, because the Saints don't want to alienate whatever players that they traded or offered to the Texans to get Deshaun Watson down here. We can only speculate. But who do you think it'll be? I know it ain't Mike Thomas. I know it's not Alvin Kamara. I would be surprised if it's them, because you won't bring Deshaun Watson down here with no weapons to throw to. That'll be foolhardy. You basically are what the Texans was doing, which pissed them off and the reason why he want to go. But what's appealing is that Deshaun Watson has Alvin Kamara as a weapon. He has Mike Thomas as a weapon. That's appealing. He has Ramczyk as a blindside blocker. That's appealing. And then everything else we can simply fill in and add to it as we move along. So, like I've said, I'm just going basically off of their thought process. But I'm for Jameis. I'm like, look, just get Jameis in there. But the Saints want Deshaun Watson. So we'll see how it all goes. This is something else. Terrence says Pete just he's not going anywhere. Okay, we'll see, Terrence. We'll see. We'll see if Pete's the guy or not. But let me ask the great Saint think tank. Like I said, it's all speculation. Earl says no trade package keeps Winston Super Bowl bound. Yeah, we just build around him, but man, these people call themselves swinging for the fence trying to get Deshaun Watson, one of the top quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in the NFL. Plus, he ain't playing a whole year. He's going to be rusty as hell, so we're going to see. 504 says, man, I understand they want Watson, but I think we can win with Jameis. You can. But Dennis Allen wants a sure thing, and I completely understand. Yeah, these people, they feel like they're going to go for what they know. A free game, thank you, fam. He says, Pete Davenport, Roby Hill, put them on the street. All right, Jim Kev says, man, Q, the lines should have been open today. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, fam. I'm going to come back in a couple. I got a few things to do, but I'm going to come back in a few hours. And then I'm going to open up a reaction show to the news about Deshaun Watson. But like I said, they got a lot of stuff, man, that's going on with the black and gold. And I'm really surprised that they really, them just inquiring about about Winston was one thing, what you want from him. But we knew that. But now that, you know, they offered something for him. They went into and actually made a trade offer for him. And it's just surprising. Brother Prime says, go to hell, may suspend him. And Kamara, he says, go to hell, may suspend him. And Kamara to spite us. Yeah, you're looking at it and you're thinking about it. That, yeah, he could be facing some stuff. He could be missing games. Yes, you're right. Deshaun Watson could be facing discipline from the NFL. You're right on that. That's why it's such a gamble. Is that you take Deshaun Watson, you give up the picks, you give up the players to bring him in here. It's a hell of a gamble. It's a hell of a gamble that they're doing. Ain't no doubt about it. It's a hell of a gamble, fact, because a lot of people feel like, man, just stick with you. Thank you, Jeezy 386, bro. Much love to you, 386, Jeezy. Thank you for subscribing, family. Appreciate you and welcome to the Great Saint Think Tank. You and brother, let's see, what's brother name? That's other as well. Let me see here. Adonis, brother Adonis Willis. Thank you as well. And Jeezy 386, thank you, brother, for subscribing and hit that like button. Much love to y'all. Well over 500 of us in here, fam. Please feel free to hit the like buttons and feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed with other Black and Gold family members. Much love to the fam. So before I dirk out, let me ask the family members. Y'all put in the chat and I'll read them. Who do you guys think? And listen, it's already been said, family, about the Saints issuing players. They've already put a trade package out for them. I want the family members, the Great Saint Think Tank and Who That Nation, to tell me, who do you guys think the Saints offered in the trade package for Deshaun Watson that they're not going to tell you about until after the trade becomes final? Who do you think it is? All right, let me know who you think it is. Put it in the chat. Let me know who you guys think it is. What's up, Jesse? Who that to you, fam? All right, y'all put in the chat who y'all think it is. That, and remember, like I said, they reporting that the Saints made a trade offer. It's not inquiring anymore. They actually said, we'll give you this, and we'll give you this, and we'll give you this, and we'll give you that for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans said, well, you can talk to him on Wednesday, and if we like what you got, but if Deshaun waives his no clause to come to you, then you got a deal. And of course, who do you think the guy is? And like I said, I want Winston, but fam, this is a big gamble that they're doing because Deshaun Watson still can get disciplined by the NFL and miss some games. We still have Alvin Kamara that's going to definitely miss some games because of what he did in Las Vegas. So it's a hell of a gamble. Thank you, Beckett Holworth. Thank you for subscribing, fam. Thank you, Beckett Holworth. Thank you for subscribing, family. Appreciate you and welcome to the family. Thank you for joining the Great Saint Think Tank, the Sports Coma. Welcome to the fam. Much love. Beckett, Jeezy 386, as well as Adonis, man. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all, the new family members. So Brock, the real trade offer, they're not going to release that, bro, until they find out if that's what they want, because it might alienate certain players that's already on there. That's why it's being held. I'll be surprised if they share that. That will not come out. It's going to be held in confidence until after the move is agreed upon, if it's indeed agreed upon. Now, if it's not, it'll be released later on that the Saints offered such and such for him, but we won't know that right now. Then again, it could slip out. You know, that has happened before, but as of right now, they're being very tight-lipped about what the trade offer the Saints offered for said Deshaun Watson. So it's not just the Texans, and I reiterate, it's not just the Texans. You have to compensate them, and you also have to make Deshaun Watson waive his no trade to come to you. And of course, the NFL is another part of it. Do he get disciplined for what happens in these civil matters? You know, does he do? If he reaches agreements with people in the civil matters, which more than likely he probably will, because it's hard for me to believe, regardless of what kind of lawyers you have, that you had 22 cases against you. You don't get indicted on none of them, and then the civil matters roll around next. Watch that money come out of there. Watch that money. I'm telling you. Okay, you know, because sometimes it's a behind the scenes agreement. Okay, we ain't gonna do such and such. And then the civil matters come, and then the money come on the civil matters. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it all goes. We'll see. That's all we could do. All right, now this is some of the things a family member saying. Kelvin says Mickey Loomis. Kelvin Ellis, who that to you, says Mickey Loomis. Facts. The Houston Texans, a blank sheet of paper. Whoever you want. I don't think so. What about Ramczyk? You'll give up Ram for him? No, I think Ramczyk is off the table. Mike Thomas is off the table, and Alvin Kamara, because that's three of your best offensive pieces. You still need somebody to block for him for his blind side. That's Ramczyk, one of the best in the business. Michael Thomas, when healthy, one of the best in the business, and Alvin Kamara is one of the best in the business. So you want to make sure you have at least those three offensive stalwarts along with Deshaun Watson to make the move attractive. That's my vantage point on that. All right, Earl says black and gold, keep Winston and Taysom Hill a winning combination. Thank you. Beckett says they ain't taking a bunch of dudes with 1 year on the contract. That's the problem. We'll see, bro. But see, could it be that they take some of these guys, like if you talking about Andrews, Peter, or Taysom Hill, to facilitate such a trade because in essence they want the draft capital? I mean, the Texans, truthfully saying, the Texans are not competing for playoffs and anything next year. You know, you got Lovie Smith in there. They just got rid of a coach after 1 year. They're totally turned around. So they got to be able to figure out how to start winning. So we don't anticipate the Texans being able to be a winning organization right away, are we? So are they doing this just for the draft capital and getting a collection of players just to facilitate as terms of the contract is concerned? You see what I'm saying? Is that a possibility? All right, Seabrook Fishers, Mike says Winston. He says Pete and 3 picks. Yeah, but we'll see. Damian, thank you. Damian Perrier, I hope I pronounced that right. Damian Perrier just subscribed. Thank you, Damian. Who that to you, fam? Welcome to the family. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. Sayah says he's going to Carolina. All right. And listen, the Carolina family members might have a point on that because, you know, you think about him playing at Clemson. But then, of course, there are people saying family in Texas, proximity to New Orleans, not that far away, is a win-win. And it says a lot because the Saints can offer him a little bit more than what the Carolina Panthers could. So we'll see. We'll see. Even though I'm not really want to get caught up in who's the better trade here, you know, in terms of where he wants to go. And you can look at Carolina last year and see they finished last in the NFC South as the bottom team there. Dude, Deshaun Watson really want to go there. That's, you know, versus the Saints who finished second with a 9-7 record, was struggling with QB play with a top 10 defense, you know, top 8 defense, top 10 defense. Would he want to go? Alvin Kamara, Mike Thomas. We seem like a more of attractive destination, but that's just me as a black and gold man. Some Carolina people might feel different than they should. Timothy says, hey, I've been keeping up with this all morning, but evidently Allen and the Saints brass already know that Jameis is not the answer at the QB position. You know what, fam? You know, that's true. And that's a reality that we have to meet as people who like Jameis Winston. Thank you, Brother Prime, for that. But you're absolutely right on that. Is the fact that we have to understand that, man, that the Saints are looking past Jameis Winston. And if they don't get Deshaun Watson, they can go back to Jameis Winston as a fallback option. They're not as high on Jameis as we thought they were. We have to come to that reality. Brother Prompt says Williams, Roby, Davenport, Hill, Troutman, and Smith. Traquan Smith is a free agent there, Brother Prime. All right, who else we got here? Thank you, Douglas. Thank you, Douglas, for hitting the subscribe button. Douglas Cox. Much love to you as well. Much love to Throne Room Music for Life for hitting the subscribe button as well. There you go. I just seen it pop up there. Much love to you, Douglas Cox. Who that to you? Welcome to the family. Thank you for subscribing. Throne Room Music for Life. Much love to you as well. Ill Money NC. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button as well. Appreciate the family members for smashing on that like button. And we got one more. Michael Sawyer. I hope I'm saying that. Sawyer. Michael Sawyer. Hope I'm saying that right, Michael. But who that to you? And thank y'all for hitting the smashing upon the like button and joining the family. Clutch. All right. Clutch Sports Media 365. Also subscribing. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you for smashing on the like button as well. Welcome to the fam. All the new family members, I salute y'all and thank y'all for being here. Appreciate you. All right. Let's keep it going, fam. What you think? I'm giving the Great Saint Think Tank opportunity to chime in. Tell me what y'all think. Who are people that will facilitate such a trade? We don't reach the point, fam. Listen, we don't reach the point here where it's no longer a doubt that the Saints want this man. Or could we agree on that reality? That the Saints have already put in an offer, and we know the offer is 3 first-round draft picks and players for it. Let's get beyond that reality. We're no longer stuck there anymore. We have to get that reality. Thank you, Joy. Joy says, do you think Dallas sends Dak with first 8 for Watt? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so, though. I think that wouldn't. I think probably I would have to probably disagree against that, bro. About them probably packaging Dak Prescott and sending them for Deshaun Watson. I would have to disagree on that. But, you know, there are other teams in here. They just saying that the Saints and the Panthers are the top 2 teams that's willing to do the compensation. I think Dallas is very high on Dak Prescott. I think they're going to continue to build the team around Prescott to try to make him even more comfortable. And ultimately, when Mike McCarthy is done with the Cowboys this year and Sean Payton goes in there, they basically is just building up stuff. So when Coach Payton takes over the Cowboys, we move in that direction. So, but I would not send Coach Payton to the Dallas Cowboys. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I would send Coach Payton to where whoever gives me the best draft capital for him. I mean, I love Coach Payton, don't get me wrong, but this business. This ain't about me liking you or trying to help you get to where you want. I don't want to send you to the Cowboys, to be honest with you, Coach Payton. You going to the AFC and you going to like it. So whatever teams out there give me 3 first-round picks and 2 second-rounders and a third for Coach Payton, I'll try to get as much as I can get. But I'm not packaging and sending Coach Payton to the NFC. He's going to the AFC. He's going to the AFC. At least the Texans are smart enough to say, we ain't sending you to the AFC. We're going to send Deshaun Watson to the NFC. So if we do see him, it's one time out of the year. I do not want to see Coach Payton twice a year. You see him during the regular season if you match up with him, and then you see him in the playoffs. Really? No, Coach Payton, you're going to the AFC. You're going to like it or lump it. It's not about liking you. It's about business and what we can get for the best value for the team moving forward. So that will be my vantage point on that. But thank you, Joy, for your super chat, fam. I don't think I think Dak Prescott stays where he is, and I think ultimately it'd be between the Saints and the Panthers or where Deshaun Watson ends up. Michael says, what about the Eagles? The Eagles have been in play. I can't believe the Eagles trying to get beyond hurt. That's one thing I just like, what are the Eagles trying to do here? What are they trying to get rid of hurt? Or what's going on here? But I hear that according to the list that they're releasing, the 2 serious people that the Texans are talking to is the Saints and Carolina. Now, Seattle's on the bottom of that list. I don't hear too much about the Eagles, although the Eagles were interested, but you're not hearing from them no more. The insiders are putting the 2 top teams, the serious 2 teams, as the Saints and the Panthers. And if it's between talent and terms of what looks more appealing, I mean, in terms of wins and losses, the Saints have done better than the Carolina Panthers as of late. So, you know, you can take that as what you work. Beckett says 3 first, 3 seconds, and some players. Watson going to be the biggest trade in NFL history. Yeah, this is a point. Yeah, Hayabusa, what's up? Says Matt Rule sucks. Deshaun ain't playing for them. Yeah, Matt Rule is awful. He is, and you know, no disrespect to my dog, Rashad and Dave from PNP, but they know that guy don't know what he's doing over there. They know and they want him up out of there. They want him gone. He's a magnificent BSer, But if you was a real football guy, you would get Matt Rule out of that and go find you somebody as soon as possible, not named Sean Payton. Terry says Carolina picks this year are not good. No 2 or 3 to offer. Great point. Thank you, Terry, for that, because I didn't know what the Carolina picks situation was. Didn't look that up, but thank you, Terry, for telling us that. Thank you. That's a big part of it. That could mean a lot, fam. Carolina picks this year are not good. No 2 or 3 offer. 2 second or third round offer. They got a first rounder. They want 3 of them, but second rounders also help out as well. So thank you for that, Terry, for that information. All right, True says, oh snap, I wouldn't mind Ruiz being in that offer. Do they want Cesar Ruiz? I know, Ruiz, he's not a good guard, but that don't mean he can't be a good center. He's playing out of position. All right, thank you, fam. Eric says Cleveland. You never know, fam. I'll just keep it real with you. Okay, Bleacher Report. That's what Brother Prime's saying. Go to the Bleacher Report. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can pull that up. Because I had them pulled up here. Let me see here. Because this stuff is kind of happening right now, fam. Hold on. Give me just a second. Let me get it pulled up here. But yeah, lots going on. Landry says, preach, my brother. Absolutely, Peyton will be in Vegas. Miami, that's also a possibility. Or Texans, anybody in the AFC, real talk. We don't want to send Coach Peyton nowhere he don't belong. So this is, here go one right here. This is from Saints Wire. Who wrote this? Is it Ziggler? Yeah, Ziggler. Let me tell you what Ziggler, who's a pretty good writer. I don't always agree with him, but he does write some. He's consistent. That's one thing I got to get him, man. He's consistent, and he does write some pretty good articles. Some of the stuff I don't agree with, but I do say that you need to read his articles because, he's in the top 5 or 6 of the writers that I personally like. I read a lot of Saints stuff, by the way. And he's one of the top, currently maybe 5 or 6 in my view of the writers that cover the Saints stuff. But anyway, let me put this on right now. What would a Saints trade look like for Deshaun Watson? This is from Saints Wire. Feel free to go over there and support them. Several teams are looking to trade for Deshaun Watson, for the Houston Texans quarterback, and New Orleans Saints are at the forefront. Distasteful as I find the idea of the Saints adding someone with 22 credible accusations of sexual misconduct. And by the way, to be honest with you, he has a point here because it's not like they're lying on Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson had sex with some of these massage artists, man. So how do you differentiate between the ones that were lying and the ones that weren't lying? You see what I'm saying? It's not like he was saying, no, I didn't have sex with none of these masseuses. You just was basically out here using the masseuse game to get your freak on. That's pretty much what it is. So I can get with him on that. Saints looking past it because he's not facing jail time, but the civil matters are a whole nother thing, which that don't involve jail time. It just means that he got to fork out some money. Kelly, what's up, Kelly? Thank you, fam. Says, who that big Q? We need Watson. I'm all in. Yeah, Kelly, a lot of family got to come to that reality. The Saints are swinging for the fences. They want this guy. A black preacher man, sports fan, Kelly says, pull a Dicka. He says, all your picks would heal. He was Peyton's project, and Peyton is not here anymore. All right, pull a Mike Dicker. Oh man, no, let's not. See, a lot of people like, okay, you give them what they want. Like one of the family members said, I wouldn't give them everything what they want because you still got to have an offensive team for him to play here. You don't want to jeopardize everything for him. You still want to have talent here when he gets here. So the Saints adding somewhere between 20. They said the Saints adding someone with 22 credible accusations of sexual conduct. I've still got a job to do, so let's see what the Saints trade for Watson might look like. Palacero reported that the price for Watson has not changed over the last year. Houston wants a package built around 3 future first-round draft picks. That's the foundation. If the Saints or any other team want to separate from the pack, they'll have to stack more assets to reach a deal with the Texans. So we're starting with New Orleans first rounder in 2022, number 18 overall, as well as their first round pick in 23 and 24. Now, Houston would likely want a pair of second rounders in addition to that. And then based on the Denver Broncos trade for Russell Wilson, New Orleans would have to add a couple of players to the mix as well as was the case for Denver. Maybe the Saints can also negotiate a pick swap in the later rounds. The Broncos got back a 2022 fourth rounder in exchange for the 5th round pick, which is a good idea to kind of contrast what could potentially be the trade for the Saints with what you've seen, what happened with Russell Wilson. Which players could be involved? No one has restructured their contract this offseason, can't be moved without costing the Saints a lot of dead money. So you could still move the guys restructuring with the dead money. The only problem is, do the Saints give a damn about the dead money? That's the issue. Do they care about the dead money? Their best remaining options include defensive end Marcus Davenport, who we talked about, defensive tackle David Onyemata, which we don't want to give up, and good call on this with safety Malcolm Jenkins, so you're not going to re-up with Malcolm Jenkins after 1 year. So those are good calls right there by Ziggler. Quarterback Taysom Hill, we talked about that. Right guard Cesar Ruiz and former Texans cornerback Bradley Roby, we mentioned him as well. Inexpensive starters like center McCoy and defensive backs Chauncey Gardner could also be on the table. Absolutely not. We don't want McCoy. We want McCoy and Chauncey Gardner to stay. But we'll see. The Texans have already had some quarterbacks in the building, so Hill probably doesn't appeal to them. Davenport is from San Antonio, could appeal to Houston, who need more pass rushers. It's unclear if Roby would be a good fit in Lovey's defense, but it's worth considering a reunion given his familiarity with the team. Chauncey Gardner could be high on their radar too. I'm pretty sure he is, but I don't surrender him. Houston's secondary is rough at all levels and could be a big addition for them. The Texans could try to convince the Saints to include McCoy, but the Saints likely view him as an equal to second-round pick. If not, yeah, you can't get all my picks. You can't, okay, I'll give you the 3 first-rounders. You won't get 2 second-round picks, plus you want McCoy and Chauncey Gardner? Absolutely not. No, hell no. You're going to take this pick here. You're going to take this guy. You're going to take this guy. But like I said, we're going to see. All right, so they shouldn't trade McCoy as a premium draft pick. It needs to be one or the other. That's the case for a few players. So, yeah, I agree with him on that. So here's what he has in mind and his opinion. With all this in mind, here's the kind of trade package Houston may be looking for. All right, 2022 first-round pick, number 18. The 2022 second-round pick, number 49. Next year's first-round pick in 2023. The 2024 first-round pick, defensive end Davenport, and defensive back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, which I do not want to lose Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I would rather give them Malcolm Jenkins, who gives them a starter back there. You know, somebody else. I just don't want to give up Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So we'll see. He said it feels like a lot. It's because the 26-year-old quarterback has already earned 3 Pro Bowl appearances. Won't be cheap. He gets the 5 or 6 assets Houston has said to cover, and it's 3 first-rounders they won't. They also get an impactful pass rusher who, like McCoy, could be valued as a second-round pick, a firebrand in the secondary, and this seriously guts New Orleans. This won't pick in the first round until 2025. They're without maybe their best pass rusher and foundational defensive back, but the strength of the team is on defense. That's where they're likeliest to lose talent in a trade like this. Now, you've got to ask, is it worth it? If Watson can elevate the Saints offense while they take these hits on defense and without premium draft picks to fall back on in the foreseeable future, see, he's not equating when the Sean Payton trade comes through next year in 2023 that the Saints will get multiple first-round picks back and multiple second-round picks. He's not capitulating that in this article. But I'm pretty sure he will after we made mention of it here that he'll cover that. But yes, you won't have picks into 2025 until you trade Coach Payton next year in 2023 to wherever team in the AFC, no NFC teams, but in the AFC where you get 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, and whatever else the Saints want to replenish their cupboards, draft pick-wise. But anyway, there's an outrageously high level of risk. Wherever you or I have the appetite for, that kind of deal is up for us, but the Saints wouldn't have gotten to this stage if they weren't comfortable with it. Now, see, everything that Ziggler's saying, I agree with it except for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I do not want to lose Chauncey Gardner-Johnson or McCoy in this move. Now, people saying, what about David Onyemata? I don't want to lose David Onyemata, but you got to understand that you're giving them the 3 first-rounders. You're going to give them the second-rounders. You're going to add Davenport, which we talked about, throw him into the mix, perhaps entice a Malcolm Jenkins in the move, which you're not going to re-up with Malcolm Jenkins after this year anyway. So perhaps you throw him in there as well as to kind of keep them away from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But this is not a bad trade if you just keep Chauncey Gardner-Johnson out of the goddamn trade window. So what do y'all think about Ziggler's call on it? Not bad. I just don't like what they're saying that they would want for him. I would like to keep Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, but Man, I still think Carolina can't offer a package as good as what the Saints are offering. You know? Chauncey Gardner-Johnson means a lot to the Saints defense back there, man. I would not like to lose him. Anything else but that. But that is an idea. That's not saying exactly what it is, but that's Ziggler, what it could be. You see what I'm saying, fam? We'll see. All right, Landry says you have to look at it holistically. You're giving up Gardner-Johnson and maybe re-signing Marcus Williams and bringing in Mathau. You have to pay to play, Big Q. I'll get you on that. But can you really bring back Marcus Williams? I'm saying, think about it. Mark, could you afford to absorb Watson's deal along with the trade package, then pay Marcus Williams $15 million a year? I said, well, Q, why are you saying 15? Because he's a top wanted safety in free agency coming out. Marcus Williams is going to get north of $14 million, fam. You pay him for that? Or do you save that for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson when it's time to re-up with him and Eric McCoy? I know P.J. Williams got to factor in this because he's cheap. But Marcus Williams, I don't think you get Marcus Williams back. Tyrann Mathieu, you're right on Tyrann Mathieu. But I don't think Marcus Williams is in play here. I think Marcus Williams is gone, bro. That's just my vantage point. On my viewpoint, I think he's gone. So we'll see, man. Stuff is starting to heat up here. Let me hit you with another report here. This is coming from CBS because this thing is manifesting right now. As reports are coming out. This one's another one. Deshaun Watson, rumor Saints Panthers make offers to Texans in hope to land in the Pro Bowl per report. It's two teams that's vying for this man's services. At the top of it, they're looking at, and it's both of them. Now, they're not telling you exactly who it is, who they're offering, and they're not going to get that information because they don't want to show you who the players are involved in it because, I guess they don't want that information to come out because if you don't get the player, then, it might cause some problems with your team internally. They know that you was on that chopping block. And they're saying at least two teams from this report that they're showing you have already gotten offered to the races in the sweepstakes to acquire Watson. The Saints and Panthers have reportedly made offers to the Texans per NFL Network. Other teams work to become involved as well. Texans are expected to grant Watson permission to meet with both teams and any others, which is a formality at this point. The rumored exit price, you see, we already know that much. So it's intriguing all at the same time to see exactly where this goes, but in time, we'll see. Yeah. So I hear you what you were saying. Great point on that, but we'll see. I am what I am says, dude, Deshaun Watson ain't going to the Saints. Y'all ain't got Sean Payton no more. Y'all done. Who the hell are you, chump? I mean, who is your squad? He going to Pittsburgh with Flores. For serious, what they going to give up? Pittsburgh already rumored to be out of there. They don't have much draft compensation. Come on with the facts, bro. I'm showing articles here, man. Come on. What your facts is, bro. Come on with the hyperbole. Give me your facts. Show me your facts. You don't know who your squad is, dude. That's probably a Falcon dude, man. You're probably a Falcon guy or somebody come up here. Oh, y'all ain't getting no Deshaun Watson or hating ass. Oh, y'all ain't getting no. That's just like what they are, a bunch of haters. Like, look, dude, if y'all get me, I don't be hating on nobody. When Denver got Russell Wilson, I was like, yeah, good for Denver. They really to swing for the fences. That's all right. They just got some old hating ass dogs that just don't want to see you do good. When you winning, they back there burning up with hatred because it's that you doing successful. Ain't that some shit? I've never said I'm not even for, even though we are rivals with the Atlanta Falcons. I want to see the Falcons do good so we can level up our competition so we can battle them so the games will be good. I don't never want nobody to be a bottom feeding stinking ass team. I'll say you're a bottom feeding team because you're losing. But at the same time, I'm always looking for people to be successful. And then in the NFL, man, you don't know what the hell gonna go on. These people out here nowadays, you don't know where these players are going to go. You don't know. Anything can happen in the NFL. Surely you done seen enough of this out here to know that anything can happen at any given time. And if the Saints got their mind right and they really want somebody, trust me, they can go and get them if they really want them. I've seen them do it countless of times. Always some old hating ass people don't want to see the Saints good. Well, I don't know who that guy's team was. We probably was kicking his team ass all through this. Yeah, hashtag hating ass bitch. Say, Stop hating, man. Stop hating. Stop hating. Appreciate, bro. If he comes here, he comes. If he doesn't, he goes to Carolina. Congratulations to my dog, Dave and Rashard and the Carolina Panthers. If he goes out there, that just means that we got to get ready to take him on. We get Jameis back. If we don't, that's how I look at it. I don't look at it and say, hey, y'all ain't getting him. We gonna get him. No. Hating ass dog. Hating ass. I ain't gonna say the B word. I said it one. Stop hating. Just haters, man. Get that hate out your blood, partner. Come on. Hating ass dog, man. Come on. Y'all ain't getting no Deshaun. Why you gotta come in here with that? Why you gotta have that kind of hatred toward us just merely having a discussion about Deshaun Watson and rumors circulating around teams that are interested in him? Why would you have that vitriol like Willie? Why you gotta have some vitriol for the topic like that? That makes no sense, fam. It really doesn't. Oh man, bro, kind of reassess your life there, Playboy. Shouldn't have that much vitriol toward a topic that ain't even final yet. Now, all this is hyperbole. All this is pretty much rumoredville right now, and they're laying out the points of what's going on right now to just show you that who's in the leading right now for the demand services. But one way or the other, we gonna win regardless of who we get. I'm just understand that, Who Dat Nation. Understand that regardless of who we get, whether it's Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston, the Saints is gonna be a competitor. They're gonna be competing up in this thing. Regardless if it's Deshaun Watson or it's Jameis Winston, because that's gonna be the two that you're going. If you don't get one, you'll get the other. Just understand and know that you still gonna be competing at a high level when football kick off this upcoming year for the NFL and the New Orleans Saints. Just understand that. Get the vitriol. Y'all stop with all the hate and the vitriol, man. Cut that out. It's just talking right here, bro. Oh, you ain't shut up, man. What's wrong with you dudes? What's wrong with y'all, man? Stop hating. All right, so anyway, let's keep it going, man. Now I ain't gonna read no more of your goddamn comments, man. Stop being a hater. When you apologize for being a hater, I'll read some of your comments. No, I'm not reading no more of your comments. I think that was the same dude. Was that you that said that? I don't remember, man. Somebody looked like they zapped him. I don't know. He can go wherever he want. Poor Saint. So, okay, I am what I am saying. He got no trade. No, bro, what are you talking about? The report says he has a trade clause. They're reporting it and they're showing it in several media reports that he has a trade clause. He has to agree to go to where he wants. That's why the Texans can't say, they say, well, we're going to let you talk to him first. They said that several times in the reports. Why? Because Deshaun Watson has a trade clause where he decides where he wants to go. Yes. It says in the report where the Texans came out and said as much, that they're going to make him available to be spoken to. Why? Because he has to decide on where he wants to go. So they can say, well, I like what y'all are doing, but let him decide on where he wants to go. We won't stand in the way. We'll take what you got, but it's up to Deshaun. It's up to him. Why would they care about that? Not just packages and ship him out right away. Why would they wait? Because he has that no trade clause. Bro, you got to do your research on that. And that's the last comment I'm going to read from your ass until you apologize for being a hater with vitriol. Vitriol. That's like Willie. Stop hating, man. Evaluate your life, bro. Come on, don't be a hater, man. You had some good points I see over there, but dude, see, I ain't going to be reading your shit because you're a hater. You're a goddamn hater. All right, so anyway, let's go, man. Let's keep on talking, man. See, we have fun in here, man. We have fun. And sometimes I take the haters and I'll make fun of them in a positive way sometimes. I ain't going to lie to you. Sometimes I'll be getting after you. But in most times, we'll let them, we'll do it. So it's all right, man. Just stop being a hater, man. What are you? What is he, an Atlanta dude? He got to be an Atlanta guy or something, man. Larry said, I don't think a move is made until the league say what they're going to do about Watson. That's it. We'll see how that goes as well. Yeah, and remember this too, family. Regardless of whatever happens with Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston, the black and gold is going to win. Do you understand that? And to all our guys with vitriol out there, take that shit, pour it on your head if you're bald head so you can make your hair grow. You can put that vitriol on top of your head. I guarantee you to kill everything on top of your head. Tasha, thank you. She said the petty department supports you, Q. Thank you, Tasha. Well, I'm just saying, what's going on here? Why? Why y'all got to act like that, man? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be, you know what I'm saying? All right, Shane says, all I know is whatever team gets Levi, that's the best pick of the draft. Thank you, Shane. Lionel, what's happening, man? Lionel, what's happening? He says, if we go to Carolina, we're going to punish him. And listen, fam, I've said that. And listen, we could talk about it because it's fun, right? It's fun to talk about it. But whatever quarterback we get, and it's going to be between two, it's going to be either Deshaun or it's going to be Jameis. Either one of them we're good with. You understand me? With Jameis, we're better because we don't have to surrender all that stuff to go and get him. So if Deshaun say he going to Carolina, that's all right. We're gonna just understand this, Deshaun. We're gonna mop the floor with your ass. You go to Carolina. Let me tell you something. I'm just going, no disrespect to my Carolina people. I'm gonna keep it real in the buck, and we split with them last year. They played really well early on in the year. But until y'all get rid of Matt Rule, bro, y'all running on a treadmill. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. But if you go out to Carolina, we're going to mop you up. We're going to mop you up and we're going to get after you and we're going to punish you out there. You go to Carolina. Bottom line, anywhere you go, we're going to punish you. Just understand that. The Saints defense will not relent. The offense will be better this year. We'll be a lot better team with Jameis because we don't have to surrender all that stuff to get him. You get me? But Deshaun Watson might impact the Saints with a few players here or there, but the long range vision is you've ultimately built a team around him with a star quarterback. Kamara, when they all come true, whatever they come true, the Saints gonna mop the flow with people in this division. Bottom line. Now, no disrespect to the Falcon, to Big Low, my dog, or Dave and Richard going out there, or even my Buck family members. No disrespect to you guys, because I got love for all of you. But I'm just keeping it real. The Saints' defense is gonna be fierce. And we have a few pieces, like I said, if they just remember that, fam. If Deshaun Watson's not the guy, we still gonna damage your ass with Jameis Winston. Just keep it a buck. I'm keeping the trill 100% trill because we're a lot more dangerous with Jameis than we is with Deshaun Watson, even though we look really good with Deshaun Watson. So, I mean, it's all gravy, fam. But we get used to getting all this hate. And all thing we do is appreciate. We don't be going around here hating on them. I know I don't be doing that. I don't be hating on nobody. Why? It's easier for me to lift you up than for me to push you all the way down so I can feel better. No, I ain't gonna be hating on you. All right, so yeah. Who that scat that? Who I got you, fam. John says Watson don't want to play behind that trash ass offensive Carolina offensive line. I got you, John. Thank you. Much love to John Davis. What's up, Brandon? Who they says Matt Rule probably gone after this upcoming season. Yeah, and I told Brother Dave and Rashard that they know that. They don't like Matt Rule. They know that. They know that guy is just the brown noser and that he needs to be gone. He talked his way into that job. They should have fired him last year. He couldn't win. He can't win. He losing the team. He got to go out and get all these people and bringing them in here. You know, the guy is just, he was a bad decision and they need to get behind him. All right. Robert Shoemaker says, what if they go after Watson miss, but in the meantime, Jameis bolts for Indiana, then you're stuck with Taysom Mitchell Trubisky. Don't disrespect Jameis. Sign him now. That's a great point, Robert. Great point. But that's a great point because you can't say that Jameis waits for you. So, you know, that's a great point. That is a great point. You know, that is a great point. But that's why it's such a huge gamble. Thank you, Black Man Preacher, man. Thank you, KT, who that to you, brother? That's why it's such, y'all are making so many great points, and that's why it's such a great gamble. Saints Pale Nation, thank you for subscribing, fam. Appreciate you. It's such a great gamble is what it is, fam. That's what I'm saying. It's a huge gamble what the Saints are doing, to be honest with you. It really is, to try to pull this off. You know, so if they get them, they get them. We should know soon, on maybe between Wednesday and Friday. It won't be no long drawn out process. They won't like it that because of the fact that Jameis will be looking for offers on the table from the Colts, from the Steelers, and from other teams, possibly Seattle, that want to see what his deal looks like. So the Saints, if they're smart, will want to hurry up and get this deal over with to find out if there is a guy there or not. So we'll see. We'll see. Black Preacher Man, sports fan Khalif says, Q, we got this. Do you think, he says, Q, we got this. Do you think he wants to leave a struggling team to go to another one? Hey, great point, bro. Great point. Great point. So Can't get more realer than that. KT, thank you, fam. Says, read article, Ziggler is a clown, publicly condemning Watson in the court of public opinion. Why should he show remorse for a crime he didn't commit? Thank you, KT. Now, the court ruled him innocent, but he has civil matters, and I think Ziggler was speaking up from based on what I was reading, because I just covered that article. He was talking about the civil matters because he wasn't fined criminally of nothing. The civil matters is the money issues. Now, granted, a lot of these cases were presented by the same lawyer, you see? So could it be a situation where a deal was reached where he doesn't face any criminal prosecution and then he pays on the civil end? Because he's not, I'm not saying the man did it, but the waters are murky in terms of what he did, because he admitted to sleeping with some of these massage therapists. So why would, and listen, the case is over in terms of his criminal prosecution. We can only wait over the next couple of days, because this will come to the head the next couple of days with the civil matters, which are to come up Monday and Tuesday of this week. That's why they got them penciled in according to the reports, to be able to talk to teams on Wednesday. So we'll see about all this going, but I see where you're coming from, KT. Thank you for your super chat, fam. Too Evil, Too Hope. Thank you for your super chat, fam. For your subscription. Thank you for subscribing to the Great Saint Think Tank. Welcome to the family. Mike V, thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for being here. Kevin says, no QB in this draft comes close to Watson, so any team that is a QB away from competing should be all in on Watson. A lot of people have that mentality right now. So let's face reality, shall we, family? Together. Let's face reality together. Number one, the Saints want Deshaun Watson better or worse or more. Let's say more. It sounds better. They want him more than they want Jameis Winston. Could we agree on that? Could we agree on that? Put one in the chat if you agree with that. Let's come to reality on this. And I know Brother Prime understands where I'm coming from, and he doesn't want it to happen. But in terms of what the Saints want, the brass I'm speaking about, they want Watson more than Jameis right now, right? Well, let's come to a reality check on that, because that appears to be what it is currently. So, and they're going to see what happens with Watson first before they decide to go to Jameis Winston, where we want them to go. But regardless of what happens with Watson, whether they take him or not, if he comes, we give up some players, not named Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. We can give up Davenport. I really don't want to give up Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from Ziggler's article. He has some good sense on that. But let's just keep Chauncey out of that thing. Maybe Malcolm Jenkins. Thank you, Mr. Ace Bandit 132. Welcome to the family. Thank you for subscribing, fam. Look at all them goddamn ones in the chat right there. It's a sea of ones rolling around up in here. Ones all kind of ways. Look at all them ones. Yes, indeed. That's the reality as it stands. The Saints want Watson more or more than they want Jameis Winston. That's the fact. Thank you, Mr. Ace Bandit, for subscribing. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you, fam. Mr. Ace Bandit 132. Welcome to the fam, man. Thank you. Look at all those ones in the chat. The ones have it. Trey. Thank you, Trey. Trey Nelson for subscribing, fam. Appreciate you. Much love to Trey Nelson. Welcome to the fam and the Great Saint Think Tank, to all of our new family that's hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Also, feel free to hit the like button, family, and also share it on your social media feed. It helps out. Thank you all of you. Yamil, Reno, Eric. What's up, Scoop? What up, pimpin'? Troy. What's up, Troy? Troy Miles in the building. Big Good 77. The Boss, Antoinette, Wesley, Allen, Crater, Jameis. I see you, Dr. DJ Phil Cole, Pickett and Flickett. AO, Robert Shoemaker, Kim Phillips, Tyrone Jones, Hattie Campbell, Jimbo Who Daniel Williams. Look at all them damn ones in there, man. I see you, Willie Matoria, Jesse Hutman, that's Sir Footlong, Who Dat Dana. What's up, Queen? Brother Lamar as well, Ill Money, Golded Milk, Matt, Brother Prime, Brother Wesley Marr, E Prime Time Show, Ken Rosser, Lori, Big Ant, Jermaine. What's up, Jermaine? Clint, who that? Look, what's up? All the fam. Look at all them damn ones there, man. Landry, I see you, fam. Tell me about it, 504. I see you, fam. Who that's all the family members in there. Michael, thank you for your super chat as well. He threw it in. He super chatted on one. Thank you, bro. King T, I see you, baby. Much love. All right, Milk Dog 504. All right, King Chosen One. I see you, Devious Sanchez. He put 2 in there with a question mark, of course. Hot Boy 504. What's up? I mean, 504 Hot Boy. I'm sorry. Who that to you as well? Tyrone T-Bone. I see you, fam. Much love, brother Tramal. Coach Tab. What's up, Coach Tab? Mocha as well. So look at all them damn ones in the chat. I see Taz says number 2. Taz said number 2, brother Dada as well. Black Preacher Man, sports fan Cali agrees with it too. You know, 3L says, what's my name? I'm all right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give this a shot. Don't get mad at me now. Don't get mad. What's my name? She asking. All right. I'm gonna take my time with this one, 3Ls. All right, because I got it's programmed up to here, kind of flip-floppy than how you said it, but I'm gonna try to say it the way you said, not the crazy way I said. Live, laugh, and love, baby. There you go. It's jumbled up in here when I said it. I can't get it right. I got it right that time. All right, so much love to the fam, man. Chantel, thank you for joining the family. Chantel Penton, much love to you. Appreciate you. All right, much love to you as well. Partner with Brock, thank you for subscribing as well. East Primetime Show, much love to all the new family members. Thank y'all. I think I said it right. I think I got it. I got it, baby. Baby, I got it. I ain't gonna. I would try to get it right, baby. Josh the Pell fan, Nola Balls, Brandon Nolan, all the family members. I see you, Philly. Much love as well. So the way I feel about it, family, y'all really chimed in and let me know how y'all feel about it. But the reality is, regardless of what's going on, man, I just feel like the Jameis situation, if they want him at number 2, and if they don't pull off the Deshaun Watson move, we go get Jameis. Now, there is a possibility Jameis could be gone or decide to go somewhere early on. That's the truth, family. And that's why this is such a big gamble. You know, this is strange times, fam, to be a Who Dat Nation family member. I'm going to just be real with you. Hoodie, thank you, fam, says, we need Winston, man. Got to let the brother finish writing the books that he started, but couldn't finish because of a nasty illegal tackle from, well, you know who won't lose picks or players. Who that? Thank you, Hoodie. Right. That's the big, beautiful thing about it. You don't lose anybody if you go back to James. You just come up off some money. Nolan Nerd says, read backwards. All right, read backwards. That's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing. All right, cuff say. All right, there you go, bro. Oh, yo, I see what you... Man, you can't have me saying that, man. Oh, man, come on now, Nolan Nerd, come on. And I crazy ass who said it. All right, so yeah, what ain't a call in right now? I am what I am TV. Did you apologize for hating on the Who Dat Nation fam? Come on, bro, you got to make it right. Did you apologize? Come on. All right, Scoob says, let's get the likes up, family. One Twin Official says, Winston back to the Bucks. All right, well, that's a team that's looking at him, bro. Remember, we were talking about that early on this year. We covered it on the show when I was showing articles from Florida, from the Tampa Bay Times and other newspapers that were writing articles for the team to go back and get Jameis Winston because of the progress he made in New Orleans. Remember, we covered that. And I showed that that's a real thing, showing the press wanting them. And I mean, not just one article, but all kind of articles from different newspapers or online situations that were promoting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to bring Jameis back to Florida. You know, so we covered that here. So it's a possibility, man. He's a free agent, you know. All right. Yeah. All right, thank you, 3L. She said he's starting to like the name. All right, but you made me, you made me have to say it. All right, so yeah, this is a big part of it, man. We just got to keep on moving in this thing. So hey, look, fam, I'm gonna pop out on that, fam. I'm gonna come back later on in the day with a reaction show. So I invite all the family members to join me. Then I'll open up the phone lines and thank you, Kenneth Fortune. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, brother. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you, and thank all the family members, man, for joining me for this special. Today is over 400 of us in here. Please hit the like button and feel free to share the show links on your social media feed as well. Rick Ross says Winston is hurt. He might not be the same. Wow, how about that? Even though he looks good, but you moving pretty good. But is it a psychological effect? Is what you're talking about, Rick Ross? Is that what you're making mention of? Thank you, brother Kenneth Fortune, for becoming a pro star too, my brother. Thank you for joining and becoming a pro star one. So much love to brother Kenneth Fortune. Much love, brother Kenneth. All right, Chantel says they better sign Winston because Hill ain't worth crap if they can't get Jameis. Yeah, that's why it's such a issue with the gamble that the Saints are making, man, here. So the outwardly go after Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston sitting there looking, saying, okay. But then again, that's not really a surprise based on what Cam Jordan told us when he was out here advocating for all these other quarterbacks. I don't know if Deshaun Watson was one of them. Put it in the chat, family. If that was one of the people, was Deshaun Watson one of the people that Cam Jordan advocated for? Put that in the chat and let me know. All right, what's up, Naima, baby? Hey, Naima. That's my baby, man. Much love to Naima, my daughter. What's up, baby? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Much love to you and Lil Mama. Hope Lil Mama doing all right, too. Give us some sugar for me. All right, so Daddy Ray said players restructure their contracts to play with Brady. True. Jameis, two-time MVP, says great show, Big Q, as always. Thank you, fam. Kevin Britton, thank you for subscribing, family. Thank you. And welcome, family, brother Kevin, and all the family members for joining. The new family members to hit the subscribe button. And then some of the family members have been, watching for a long time. They just never hit the subscribe button. It's weird how that works. I find myself doing that too. And I was like, hold on, what am I doing? Let me hit the subscribe button. So that happens. But thank you for all the family members that are subscribed today, brother. All of them. Brother Dedrick also hit the subscribe button yesterday as well. E-Prime and all the rest of them. Thank y'all. All right. So, okay. So he was. Okay, Dedrick, East Prime show, and the rest of the family members saying, yeah, Alan, and yeah. Okay. Thank you, Naima, baby. We love you. I love you too, man. Y'all keep it up. Doing good work. I'm proud of you, baby. All right. So, yeah, this is something, man, that we all talked about and with him. And he mentioned Deshaun Watson. Man, see, I forgot about that. I remember Tom Brady. I remember Aaron Rodgers. I remember Russell Wilson, even Lamar Jackson. I forgot about Deshaun Watson and the Saints making a move for him. And Cam seen this shit way long time ago. Family, listen, this all been a premeditated plan right here. Why else? And I was thinking, why would Cam be advocating for all these other guys, but Cam threw Deshaun Watson in there, to kind of muddle the pool, so to speak, to muddy up the water, so to speak. Then they reaching for this, man. This is what an anticipated motion that they've been thinking about it. If you just think about it. Hoodie says, hey Q, make sure you're not busy tomorrow night. I'm going to have a collab interview with brother Ross from Lock. Okay, good. Yeah. Just email me. I like Ross Jackson, real smart brother. Write good articles too. Got a good head for Saints content too. I like how he thinks. All right, thank you for that, Hoodie. Just send me an email, bro, and I got. I think I'll be all right tomorrow. We'll just shoot me an email. All right. So yeah, that's cool. Much love to the fam, man. Yeah, Dedrick says if we get Deshaun, we in the NFC Championship at least. Book it. Yeah. We'll see, fam, how it all shakes and folds, because whether we get this, my vantage point from this, fam, and I know a lot of people are pro Jameis guys. I like Jameis a lot. My vantage point on this thing is, if the Saints don't get don't get Deshaun Watson, we'll end up with Jameis Winston. In my view, is no way the Saints not get both, or not both, but one or the other. Like if they have a time frame which they really ready to work to get Deshaun Watson, and if he don't go by that time frame, you got to make a move past him and go see what's going on with Jameis. You see what I'm saying? That's just a part of the game. You just got to be smart so you don't get caught up. And I don't think the Saints stupid enough to wait on Deshaun Watson to the point where Jameis Winston passes, past that, because Jameis did say that he was interested in coming to New Orleans. And it's nothing personal. It's the fact that Jameis trying to get his money up and the Saints are trying to level up the position, so to speak, as well. So it's nothing personal at the end of the day. But I don't think the Saints stupid enough to go for Watson, miss him, and then miss Jameis Winston. I hope they're not. Well, I'm gonna say they're not. I'm gonna give them credit for that and says that's the case. Q Wilson says, what are we considering giving up for Watson? Well, that's being rumored. They offered him a package, which is the draft picks that they want, and of course some player contracts. But you can estimate more than likely it'll be it probably is we threw Marcus Davenport in there before we even read the article. We knew Davenport could be Roby in the mix. Malcolm Jenkins could be in the mix. They're saying Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Ziggler is saying that is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson could be in there. So I hope not. I'm just hoping not. But if you surrendering capital, you're giving them 3 first rounders and 2 second rounders, and then maybe you throw Andrews Pete. I know he was restructured, and that money, dead money, goes against the Saints. Dead money situation. But it got to be something in that range that they're willing to surrender for that. And they did offer them a trade package, but of course they're gonna hold that back from us until if it goes through and maybe on the back end of once of the deal. But whether we end up with Watson or Jameis Winston, we're gonna kick ass, man. Regardless or not, we're gonna win this thing. Caribbean Q say, hey fam, we are on the Deshaun Watson watch to the Saints in. Okay, good. All right, Puerto Rico. All right, who that to you? All right, good to see Puerto Rico down there, man. Much love to the Caribbean Cool. Much love to your fam. We got who that's in Puerto Rico, man. Much love to y'all down there, man. Appreciate you chiming in. All right, so with that being said, fam, I'm gonna chop out. Hold on, let me see what James says. I like the way Dennis moving. We not sitting on our hands waiting till the last minute, missing out on players, opportunities, etc. We are not playing around with projects and gadgets. I got to at least give them that the Saints are trying to get Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson, in my view, and I don't see how y'all guys view him, but he's one of the top 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. He is. When he's healthy and he's playing, he's athletic, he's smart, he's accurate, and you give him weapons like Mike Thomas and Alvin Kamara and a steady offensive line. Could you imagine what he can do with the Saints defense and special teams? Just looking at it, and then of course, if you go with Jameis, you don't give up nothing. And you just use those draft picks to build a splendid offense to kick ass in the Who Dat Nation. Either way, we come out winners in this, fam. So don't feel slighted in the least on this. You get me? Don't feel slighted in the least. We're going to be all right. All right, Kevin said, keep the stream going. Kev, I've been up here for almost 2 hours. But I'll tell you what, I got some cooking to do, but I'm going to bounce back. I promise you I'm going to bounce back later on today. I'm going to open up yeah, it's going to have to be probably around about 5 o'clock or maybe, what time is it? 4. I promise I'll bounce back at 4 o'clock. I'll open up the stream for calling. So I promise to be here at 4. Y'all guys promise to meet me here at 4. We'll come back and do it again, and I'll directly go over the latest news that's open, and then I'll open up the lines of communication so the family members can chime in and give their thoughts on the Saints. We'll do a 2-hour show. And everybody can get in and say how they feel, and we'll have a reactionary show to what's going on with the Deshaun Watson thing. Is that cool? I'll be back at 4 for that, so y'all join me there, and we'll be up in the building. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all, the Great Saint Think Tank, for chiming in. Much love, and I salute all of our new subscriber members that hit the new family members that hit the subscribe button. Bartell Brooks, who that to you? Thank you for joining and subscribing. Bartell Brooks, much love to you. And all the fantastic family members that hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also feel free to share the show links. Thank y'all, guys. We'll be back at 4 o'clock a little later on in the day so we can open up the phone lines and get some live reaction. And we'll do that. Then later on, we'll open up and do the Pelican post-game report recapping the Pels play tonight as well. So 2 hours before that, and then Pelicans later on. So much love to you guys, and I'll see y'all later. Who that to you?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookie rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the Sports Coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, who that nation? Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.